This last election wasn't about the price of eggs, gas, the cost of living. The moment that this Orange Klan leader got in the White House and prices went up, what did you hear? Oh, just give him some time. There's a master plan. That's not why they voted for him. They voted for him because he's a racist, and they are racist. He ran on crapping on immigrants. The brown people are taking away your quality of life. They're raping women and children and stealing things and setting things on fire. They're setting people from the insane asylums. When he ran, they're eating the dogs and cats. He said they're a shithole country. He banned Muslims. You know who else did this? Hitler. He blamed the Jews, and he told his base again and again and again through propaganda that the Jews are taking away your way of life. Benito Mussolini, the immigrants, they're taking away your stuff. They're taking away your way of life. They're taking your money. They're taking your food. This is what happened. This is why his MAGA white supremacist base doesn't care that he's literally spending $300 and $250 million to expand the White House, while farmers can't even sell soybeans, while we're giving a $40 billion bailout to Argentina because they care more about him demonizing non-white people. They get off on it. Why do you think he's taking away slavery in the Smithsonian? Because he doesn't want history to offend his white base. Why do you think they're putting Robert E. Lee back on statues and renaming bases after Confederacies? He didn't rent to black people in New York City. He asked for the execution of the Central Park Five. Charlie Kirk. The blacks are taking the whites' jobs. The white replacement theory. Kamala Harris not black. If he's a black pilot, how do I know he's qualified? And what did they do to him? They put him on Air Force Two, and they remembered him. Did they have a day for George Floyd or Ahmaud Arbery that was chased down by 3 white men? No. 43,000 people passed away the year that Lincoln Riley died. It was a tragedy, but you know what? 43,000 plus other people died from firearm violence. Why did they pick her? Because it was an undocumented brown person from Mexico. And when white people beat officers on January 6th, you know what happens? I love them. It's love. They're patriots. And they were found guilty. Many of them admitted they were guilty, and then he pardoned them. This is about white supremacy, people. It's what it's always been about. This country was designed for 21-year-old white men. And the reality is, when Barack Obama became president, part of this country scurried out like cockroaches and got triggered. And they saw that their version of America was going away. Traditional family values means this: a white kid sitting next to a white cop in a white ice cream shop, probably eating white vanilla ice cream, being served by a white server. Leave it to Beaver. White America. That's what they think. And they got triggered that Barack Obama was in the White House instead of picking their cotton, so they went back to what they've known, the plantation owner. They want the outside of the White House to look like the inside of the White House. And in 24, there was no way in God's earth they were ever going to vote for a black woman, the 92%, because she was too smart for them and she was a black woman. There's a reason in 249 years that we've never had a woman, because they're misogynists. 51% of our population are women. So she was a woman and she was black. There was a little bump in the road with old Joe Biden because he was a white man. That's what this is about. That's exactly what this is about. When you see them with Black Hawk helicopters going on buildings, who are they grabbing? Not white people. They've arrested over 140 U.S. citizens. Why? Because they don't look like they're citizens, i.e. they're not white. Who are they racially profiling? Not white people. When you see these group chats with the young Republicans, who are they joking about? Gas chambers, praising Hitler, calling people retarded. There's a congressman last week that had a Nazi swastika on his American flag. What did J.D. Vance said? Oh, they're just playing around. They're just kids. They're 30 years old and they're part of the Republican Party. J.D. Vance said that Trump is America's next Hitler. He said that himself. They know exactly what he is. He is their clan leader. This is the original sin of this country. It is not about gas or quality of life. It's about that he hates the same people they do, anyone that's not white. And until we address that, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to say this for the people that look like me. If you're going to sit down in this fight, just like the white people did as a vast majority in the civil rights movement, doesn't affect me. I'm not going to say anything. If you weren't there on Saturday during the protest, then you're part of the problem. Martin Luther King said that we're not going to remember the words of our enemies, rather the silence of our friends. For anybody that is sitting down right now and staying silent because you're worried about ruffling someone's feathers, then you're part of the problem. Silence is complicity. It's time that people that look like me say this. This is not about anything else except for this, the original sin. It's time that we wake up and address it right now. The one good thing that Vice President Harris, when she lost, is that we finally get to deal with this. And I would bet my house that if I had a private conversation with her and I asked her this question, she would acknowledge and realize that we have to go through this, which is exactly why her and the 92% is sitting out, and so they should. Because until white people in this country get a fraction of an inch of what it feels like to be black, they're not going to give a damn, and that's what we're seeing. Wake the hell up, America. This is not a black problem. This is an American problem.